Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. I hope you are well. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you've had a great weekend and you are ready to go for another week of crafty fun and crafty inspiration. It's going to be a good week actually because we've got loads of great shows lined up for you. And today, well, two brilliant shows actually. We've got our first show right now, which is Masterclass. We're looking at all things masculine makey, if you like. And we've got loads of great items on the show for you too. Things like the Taking Flight credit card dies are on. We've got the Modern Man selection. We've got the Arabian Nights. There's loads of goodies on the show at some brilliant prices. And then a little bit later on tonight, live at 5, we have got a craft along / masterclass. All to do with scrapbooking. So looking forward to that later. And lots, as I say, to look forward to right throughout the day. In this show also, we will be having a giveaway. I will let you know, I will let you know, the voices in my head have started again. I haven't had this for a week and a half. Ooh, they just went when I said giveaway. We will be doing a giveaway, and I'll tell you how you can get involved in that in just a few moments' time. But let's get over to the other side of the studio and say hello to the lovely lady who is with me for the whole week. Looking marvellous and radiant and very cosy today actually, in, I want to say, it probably isn't but I'm going to say it anyway, in a new cardie. It's the one and only Debbie Fisher.
Oh, welcome Ben, welcome back.
Thanks, nice
You've
to
had
be
a nice
here.
little break off, haven't you, which
Yes.
is nice. So
Yeah.
yes, it's all good. I am all nice and snug. It
You
is
are.
cardie and jumper weather, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it's getting a little bit darker at night. It's getting a bit
yeah.
chillier. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you got me all week, got us all week.
I feel like I want to go and buy a cardie now for the rest of the week and wear that, and maybe like a polo neck as well.
Polo neck. Oh, that's a bit different for you. I like the idea though.
Yeah.
I love cardies.
A cardie's still a cardie's trendy for blokes.
I think trendy for everyone.
Are they?
Yeah, everyone wants a cardie.
I mean, you like rock that. You look very cosy and look very trendy, but I'm not sure whether or not I could pull off a
Oh
cardigan.
no, I thought you were. My owl has cardigans. He's got cardigans.
Does he?
Yeah, I love a man in a cardigan. You need to get a cardigan. What do you think?
Shall I? Liam's just gone, especially with that tash. Yeah, it's obviously Movember, isn't it? I always do it. Yeah, maybe like a cardigan, tash,
Yes.
pipe with bubbles.
Absolutely.
I think that would work. Is that masculine? I don't know. But one thing that is masculine, see what I did there? See what I did there? Never lose it. Is this masterclass, and that's what we're going to look at, isn't it? Masculine products and
Yeah,
projects.
masculine makes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're always a little bit tricky, aren't they, to sort of try and sort of get together and make it masculine. So and actually the Arabian Nights one, it's probably one of those you don't think is too masculine, but I wanted to show how you could turn it into a masculine card. That's for sure. So yeah, we're going to be looking at all things masculine, and if there's anything that you want to ask or any questions or anything you're not quite sure about, you might even have something you don't think works for a male card, send in a pic and we can take a look at it for you. So yeah, anything you want to know, I will try my best to answer.
I feel like Debbie and I are the OGs of bringing back, you know, the masterclasses.
Yes.
So, you know, like Justin Timberlake, he brought Sexy back. We brought the masterclasses back. So if you, so we love it when you ask questions. So anything you want to ask, Debbie's got plenty of projects to show you over the course of the 2 hours. So, you know, if you don't ask questions, it's fine. We've got plenty to be showing you. But if you want to get in touch, you can. Details at the bottom of your screen there. We would love to hear from you. And if you do get in touch, we have got a prize to give away. All you have to do is say hello, ask us a question, whatever you want to do. Oh, we got two. Oh, I see. That's why they're both here. So we're giving away both sets. We've got 2 sets. I understand now. I'm getting back into it after being away for so long. So we've got this twice over to give away. So 2 winners. All you got to do is comment, ask a question, send in a suggestion, join in with the bands, whatever it might be. It's a lovely set actually. Obviously we've got our pretty poppies there and the proud poppies, just a time of the fact, of course, we know it's Veterans Day today and Remembrance Day as well. So just get in touch, like PB Brewer Martin already has done, saying good morning to all, especially every member of the team. I cannot wait for Debbie Fisher to wow us.
Ah. Oh, there's a lot of pressure on that, isn't there?
Welcome back, Ben. You say you were missed, but I hope you enjoyed your holiday. Well, thank you, PB. It's very nice to be back. Charlotte says, good morning from a cool day in GA. A good day to watch more crafty goodness. Did you have a Debbie Day last week, did you? Debbie Day?
No, but we had both, me and Debbie were up last week, yes. So Debbie on Wednesday, me Thursday, Friday.
I think if it had been a Debbie day, I definitely would have heard about that. they don't just pass by those days, do they? Lois is here saying good morning from Ohio. Hello. Hi, Colleen in Florida. Polly's joined us in Florida. And Kirsty D says, good morning. Hello. And hi to Lynn. He says, hi, Ben, Debbie, the amazing team, the wonderful social superstar, and everyone. I'm lucky enough to get an extra day off today. So what better way than to watch my favourite Crafters TV? Yes, why not? Hopefully you're all snuggled up, wearing a cardigan, and you are ready to go. Let's show you this Arabian Nights Essentials collection then, because this is where we're going to be starting with Debbie. And like Debbie said, actually, the great thing about this is, yes, you know, this is a collection in its own right, but you can, of course, look at making some real masculine makes with this. I think a lot of these actually will tie in with your Christmas makes as well. There's lots of Christmas themes running through this too. It is a great deal. £30.40 if you are platinum, or $40 if you want to go for all of this. So it is a half price deal, and you've got some really cool items within this set. It's all of the hardware, if you like, all of the essentials from the collection. So you've got beautiful embossing folders in here. That one, a 3D embossing folder with all of those beautiful designs. You've got sentiments in there as well. So that one's called Your Joyous Occasion. So some really positive affirmations in there. Things like hope, faith and joy, live more, worry less, joyous occasion, and also celebrate your special day. You've then got beautiful sort of scenic cityscape dies in there as well. That's the one I think would you could use on a Christmas card almost, couldn't you?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Sort of Bethlehem.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Really stunning. Then you've got some really beautiful decorative dies in here as well, giving you that sort of you know, magical feel to it. You've got your Arabian window there, that decorated window. You've got like beautiful ornamented tile as well. So much detail with one pass through. These dies are going to give you so much craftability. Love that edgeable there as well. That Moroccan lantern. Once again, I think, you know, you can cross that into your Christmas mates. Maybe backing that with a bit of illusion film would look really beautiful. Then you've got your embellished twin in there as well. Again, beautiful sort of Arabian, almost like Moroccan designs that you're getting through that. And then this is a really, really lovely set of stamps and dies, the magical window scene. So you've got all of those different dies to be able to build those little sort of turrets, if you like, isn't it really? And then all of the stamps to be able to build up the scene as well, with the lanterns, with the different buildings and the trees, and then you've got the dies included too. So it's a half price deal on the essentials from the collection. If you do want more from that set, we've got the linen cardstock, we've got the 8x8 foil transfers, and also the ink pads available as individual deals, but you can check those out on the website. Shall we get into this? Fire any questions in, any comments you want to fire away as well. Remember, the more you comment, the more chance you've got of winning, but let's have a look at what Debbie's got.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great price on that collection as well. Let's look at a few samples. So I've took out the ones that I think are more sort of girly, if you like. So anything that's got sort of mainly pinks in there, because I wanted to show how these dies could be used on masculine-inspired cars. I'm going to be using this one in the first demo because I think that's a really great background to use on your masculine cards. And even this one, I've left a touch of pink because I think that's a great one for building up these scenes, which just looks amazing. I absolutely love this tile. We're going to be using this as well, but I'm going to be covering most of the centre. I just wanted to show you how you can use that tile, just amazing. And then we've got one here. So lots of different pieces that you could be using, and lovely makes that can just be really inspired. I love this one as well because these, I think, are great. If you want to, you could, if it's your dad or your brother or your uncle, you could put pictures of them, couldn't you, in there, and have that as a real masculine inspired card. So let's get started with that embossing folder to start with, and I'm going to be using the ink pads as well, so do go for these ink pads. Let me just bring these in because you are getting lots in here, all different ones. You've got 6 different colours and they're going to last you such a long time. So I'm going to be using the Lagoon Blue, the Lavender Quartz and the Moonlight Sky. So let's bring those ones in, and a piece of cardstock. So I'm going to first of all start by actually using this on my card. Now, because these are little ink pads, if you wanted to, you could literally sweep these across so you can get quite a big lay down just by popping them across like so.
And these are shimmers, aren't they, these ink pads?
Yes, they are. They're so incredibly beautiful. So we're just popping some there, making sure we feel there. And then I'm going to go into my next colour, so let's go into that lavender. Oh, flicking that everywhere. Let me just, there we go. got the wrong coloured top on today, haven't I, for flicking me
Well, I didn't want to say. There is an apron, well, there wasn't there? An apron doing the rounds over there somewhere.
It was, yes. Well, Sheena had it on last week.
Oh, did she?
So I don't know what happened to it.
I don't think you're a mucky pup though, Debbie, are you? So you'll probably be all right.
I'll be all right, yes,
Yeah.
I'll be all right. Mind you, I wasn't last night. I was, we've just had some new work surfaces done.
Oh, yeah.
And I was oiling them.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, I don't need to get changed. I'm really good, you know, I keep things all good. First dip in the tin, splat all over my jeans, the oil.
Oh,
which was
no.
nice. I know. Never mind.
They ruined.
No, it actually come out, so
Oh,
which was
thank
good.
goodness.
Yes, I washed them straight away, so which is good. Right, so we're just popping that on there. I'm not worried that that doesn't look smooth, but if you wanted it to, just go in and you can literally just smooth that out. I've already got one that's dried, so I just wanted to show you how lovely that is. And also what I wanted to do is, because the one I did as an embossed one,
Yeah.
or a deboss, should I say. So I just want to show you what the embossed one looks like. So let's just clear that one out, bring in that embossing folder. So this one is your mosaic tiles. Now, how you can tell if you've got a side of your card you want to use and not the opposite side, the way you can tell with an embossing folder is just to run your hands over it. One side, all these will sort of be bubbly,
Yeah.
and this side, you can feel the print, but it's indented. So you want the indented one as your front piece, because it's the ones that are raised up that are going to push into
Yeah.
your card. If you want the opposite one, then you use it the opposite way round. So we're just going to place that inside like so, and run that one through. Now, because it's a 3D embossing folder, we only need 3 of our platforms. So we want our base cutting plate, we want our plastic shim, and our magnetic. So all I'm going to do is pop the magnetic and the base, the plastic shim, that one inside, and then my top cutting one. It's the only time we say to you it's okay to use one of your other shims other than your harder outside ones, because your plastic shim actually is quite a good hard shim to go through.
Yeah.
Never put your magnetic on the outside, because that could get caught in the rollers. Right, so we'll just pop all that in. And then that's going to give us this amazing, look at the deboss.
Look at
I mean, that is amazing, isn't it? Oh,
hello.
The camera's got a mind of its own this morning. And then if I bring this one in, this one I've done as a deboss. Can you see the difference there? So it's the opposite way round. So we've just done it as a deboss and an emboss. So I'm going to use my deboss one, because that's the one I wanted a flatter background, but I want to show you both. So just have a play with your embossing folders, and that's one is a great one to do it with. The other thing we're going to do before we move on is bring in this tile. So this is your ornamental tile, and we're going to cut this out. Now, the great thing about the ornamental tile, just going to drop that down because there's just a few bits in there. There we go, that's cleared that. We're just going to cut this out of white cardstock. This one has an inside, so this is like a creator card.
Yeah.
So it will cut inside, but if you use it with both, which we're going to do, you can then cut the whole thing out. Mm-hmm. So like so. It also, if you wanted to use both together, it cuts you a really thin little border, which is really good for putting around it afterwards, and it looks really cool. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. We're just going to tape that down as well so that doesn't shift in the machine. So literally just pop that, and you just want sort of an even amount around all the edge, and then we're going to run that one through.
Whilst you're running it through, we can say hi to Karen, who says, hi from a different location. I'm not in Adelaide at the moment, but I'm on holiday in Bali.
Ooh, very nice. Bali is beautiful.
Oh yes, you've been to Bali, haven't you?
Yes, and make sure you go to the rice fields, because they are just incredible.
Is that where you got chased by the monkey?
Yes, Bali.
Yes. I just remember your Bali holiday just for that. There's no other thing I remember.
Yeah,
it for.
maybe don't go. Or if you go into the monkey forest,
don't carry pockets of nuts.
Just don't look at them. Don't look at the monkeys.
Don't look at them.
If they look at you, they tell you, and do not show your teeth.
Oh God!
And
that
yeah. Well, no. Just don't open your mouth then.
Oh. What, so if you show your teeth, that's a sign of aggression, I guess,
That's a sign of aggression, because that's what they do.
What, and they'll come at you?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So how did you end up with one on your head or whatever it was? Did you just look at it for too long?
Oh no, the one on my head jumped on my shoulder from, it was behind me and it just jumped onto my shoulder and I was like, I thought it was Al to start with.
What, you thought Al had jumped on your shoulder?
Well, no, I thought he'd put his arm on my shoulder and then I looked and I was like, oh, it's a monkey on me.
Oh dear.
Al didn't help, no. I mean, the good thing is he didn't take a video, although afterwards I would have quite liked to have seen, like, I don't know whether I would like to see my fear or just the monkey, because the monkey was really aggressive.
Chasing you around?
Yeah, luckily there was a gate between us, so I literally wedged the gate up and me against the wall. It ripped my clothes though. It ripped a big hole in my top, yeah, because it kept clawing at me.
No
yeah, it was
way.
very scary, yeah. I hope I haven't put you off if you've not been to the monkey place yet.
Yeah, Karen, hope you're having a great time in Bali and enjoy that trip to the monkey farm tomorrow. Dear, oh dear.
Right, so we've got our 2 parts here. I'm now bringing in something else now. It's the monkey forest.
Monkey forest, not the monkey
forest.
farm, no.
I'm now bringing in, Ben, which I absolutely love. If you haven't got these, please grab yourself the buttons and buckles.
Yeah.
Because they're one of those sort of embellishments that you think you don't really need until you got them. And then every time I'm doing a card, I'm like, oh, that would work on there. Oh, that little page divider would be on there. Oh, that buckle would work on there. You get absolutely loads in this pack to make so many different things. Even the keys I've been using to embellish. These are a fabulous kit to have. So I would say, if you haven't gone for these, make sure you pop some of the buttons and buckles in because you will use them time and time again. I love this buckle. I do think we were supposed to be making Christmas cards this weekend and we never got round to it because we were just so busy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use these. The girls want to make Santa cards. And I just think to make this Santa belt, yeah, absolutely perfect. So
that's I know it's easy to say now, but that's the first thing I thought of when this collection came out. With that belt, I thought literally perfect for just making a Santa card.
Yeah, so much so, yes, yeah. And we're just going to use it, and you're probably thinking all these are looking a bit odd, but it'll all come together.
Yeah.
So, and I'm actually, I know my dad won't be watching, but I'm actually making my dad's birthday card.
Ah, when's the birthday?
It's on the 5th of December.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So,
I love the fact that you, I mean, not just you, but the other guys do it as well. There's a birthday coming up.
I do it quite a lot.
Perk of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I'm getting lots of comments later from the family saying how pleased they are because I went for a stage where I wasn't making them big because I didn't have time. So, and that's when I thought, you know what, why am I not making them on air when I'm doing a demo? So,
well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because you guys are so busy, you probably don't get time in your own time to do it. But then, like, I guess you get judged by people, don't you? If you go to the card shop and buy a card, they're like, hang on a minute.
You absolutely do. Yeah, that is so true. Right, when you're doing your belt, you've got these 2 pieces. Now, you might only want to use the first piece, but just having this bit just gives you enough room to then work with whatever you want it to work with. So I'm literally just going to glue this on here. So let me just grab my, I've got a tape pen here. It's using my paper tape pen. So we're just going to go over here, just this small part. And I'm just going to put the glue around there onto that piece there. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about how long this is because we're going to be cutting some of it off. I just want to make sure that we've got a bit on there. Look at that. I mean, it's so clever. And then you've got your buckle. So we're literally just going to thread that in. So that's going to thread in for our buckle, like so. Brilliant. So now we've elongated it. And then you've got the little holes here. So if we bring this down one more, you've then got this piece. And again, that's in the kit where you can actually place that onto here. And it looks like it's then threaded through.
There you go.
I mean, it's so cool, isn't it? Just really clever how it's done. So all I'm going to do with this one is put a little bit of tape just along there, just so I know that will stay into place. Should use my dotty tape pen, would have been easier. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So let's just take my, got a dotty one somewhere, there it is, it's laying down and I couldn't see it. So I'm just putting a few of my dots on this one, just because I haven't got my little intricate bottle with me. So pop that on like so, and then we're going to just place that. We want it this way, don't we? So we want it inside onto there. Yeah. That's the way it goes, yes. There we go. And how realistic is that? So cool. I absolutely love those. Right, now I'm going to do my base cards. So I'm going to tie it in with the black. So I've just done my normal half fold A4 card. So we've got an A5. I've left quite a nice big border around the edges. Then we're going to put our black on there. So let's pop that one into place. Do you normally get a themed cards for your birthday? Do people buy you themed cards, or what sort of, you know, as a man, what sort of cards do you normally get? Because you're probably quite a good person to buy a card for, because you like so many different sports.
Yeah, I think because of my sense of humour and my, I'm silly. I get a lot of, the silly cards. You know the ones in the card shops that you see that are like the old sort of black and white scenes with like a funny gag underneath.
Oh yes,
a lot of people buy me sort of those.
Okay, yes,
kind of things.
yeah, I know what you mean.
My father-in-law always sends me one because like I have no interest in boats really. I mean, you know, I like, if I had opportunity to go on a boat, I would go on a boat, but it's not. I was brought up by the sea and I was an anchor boy, yes, Nicola, but I don't like, boating isn't a hobby of mine. But my father-in-law has a boat and loves boats, and every year he sends me a card with a boat on. But you know, there's always money inside, so that's fine.
You'll accept any card if it's got some money
any
in it,
card, really. Any card will do. But as I said to you, like with, you know, when it comes to sending cards, I do try, for special people, I do try and make cards now. And I've certainly the last couple of years with Laura, I make her birthday card, Valentine's card, anniversary cards. It's nice to do. You get like a really you get a warm, fuzzy feeling, don't you? And the last few years when I have made cards for Laura, she's kept the cards that I've made her, whilst the other ones that she's had, like she's obviously like put in the recycling.
Oh, okay, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely.
But you must get that warm, fuzzy feeling all the time because you obviously do it a lot, don't you? Make cards for other people.
Yes, and I do love making cards for people and giving someone a card that you've made. Yeah, it makes.
I almost think it's almost more. What's the word? It's always nicer, isn't it, to receive a handmade card than like getting a present almost, because it's like so thoughtful, because anyone can just go to the card shop, can't they, and pick a, I know you said a rude word then, pick a rubbish card. You remember you're on air, Ben, you haven't done this for a while. Pick a rubbish card out and go, oh, there you go, and then you end up, was it you who was saying, or someone said recently that a member of their family ended up getting the same card 5 times over from the card shop?
Yes, now, so I've seen that before when I've gone round and given people cards, and I was like, oh, you got a few of those ones.
Yeah, but obviously it will never happen when you make your own cards,
no,
is it? So
not
that's
at
the
all.
nice thing.
And that is so true, and that's the thing, I suppose if people all shop from like same one supermarket, say, and they're all buying their cards from there, yeah, that is going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, the other thing I've done, Ben, is I've also used our nesting dies. Now, we do have some nesting dies on the show, but I've just used one of our square nesting dies, and I've just done the same ink pad onto here as well, and then I've just created myself my extra pieces. So you can go and watch Craig. He launched our nesting dies, so you'll be able to see how you can create your frame and create little boxes like this with your frame inside. And in fact, on Friday Night Live, Craig gave us a really good tip of how to get this one lined up perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you go back and have a watch of that.
Absolutely.
So we're just gonna,
Who won the game?
It was me.
Oh yes, Debbie.
I know.
For this side, are you over here?
Yes.
Yes, Facebook.
Yes.
What was the game?
We had to guess the range.
Guess the rage.
The range.
Oh, the range.
The collection. Guess the collection.
Pictures of angry people. Why is this person angry? Okay. Guess the range. But Craig gave you a point, Nicola says.
Well, because it was my fault, because it was one of the ranges was the Vintage Vegas. Right. Which I knew was Vintage Vegas, but I put Las Vegas. Yeah. Because I thought, I just was thinking of Las Vegas was the birthday, yes. So they let me have it because it was that, but I didn't put vintage. But if you hadn't given me that point, yeah. No, we would have drawn. But then Craig the draw, he won the, he won the tie break, yes.
That was like the time in the summer games when we had the vacuum shuffleboard game, and I was absolutely thrashing Sheena. And I thought, oh, I'll be nice and like, we'll go double points now, Sheena, so you can catch up. And then all of a sudden, she just became this like professional, didn't she, Nicola? Absolutely. As soon as you went double points, she became brilliant at the game.
So we went and played shuffleboard out at a pub when we were in Canterbury.
Yeah.
We're actually thinking of buying one for at home.
Good fun.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. We loved it, and I was actually quite good at it.
I can imagine you'd enjoy something like that because you're very big on like your home, like your games, aren't you? At home, board games and stuff like that.
We literally just did that for my daughter's birthday as well. She was like, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" She was like, "Let's have a games night." So that's what we've done.
I don't know if I did play Debbie at vacuum curling, actually.
I think we did. No, perhaps we need to do that.
Bring it back on Friday Night Live, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's that game that you play? It must be you. Is it Race Across the World or something?
Oh, yeah, so it's the train game.
The train game.
The train game, which is called Ticket to Ride,
I keep seeing that in shops and thinking about...
Oh, it's so good. Everyone loves it. It's not just, we love it. We've got lots of them as well, because there's different destinations. So we've got a Europe one, we've got America, I've got England.
And the aim of the game is just to get as far across the...
You get cards that tells you the destinations, and you have to get to those destinations to get points, and you put trains to get there. So basically you have to collect colours as well, of what colours on the board. So there might be a row of like 5 to get to one destination, and you've got to collect 5 red cards. So, but you might take you a while to get those cards to get to there, and someone else also might need to go through there, so they would block you. So it's very good. It's very, very good, yeah. The other thing is, I don't know if they do it in Durham, you might know, Nicola or Liam, is when we were in Canterbury, they had a gaming cafe. So you could actually you went down into like the cellar, and there's loads of board games, and you literally paid to play board games. And we just sat in and drinking tea and playing board games when we went to Canterbury. They must do it here, I would have thought. It was amazing. So you could go and try the games out, and then you have people there that are the games masters that will help you play it and tell you the rules. And
that's really cool. I love that idea.
Yeah, so we went and done that. Yeah.
I bet you wore your cardigan to go and do that, didn't you?
You what, sorry?
I said, I bet you wore your cardigan to go and do that. I can just imagine.
No, I only bought my cardi at the weekend.
I could just imagine you there, cardigan on, by the fire, cup of tea.
It was amazing.
Super cosy.
And I'm gonna
I just love playing games this time of the year. You know, when the nights draw in and just getting the board game out. I love it.
We've got so many. We have our understairs cupboard is literally packed with board games. Yeah. Absolutely packed.
Let us know at home if you're fans of board games or ones you can recommend. Always looking. What's your favourite board game you like to get out and play? I used to love Mousetrap when I was little. You ever play that one?
Yes. Yeah, love Mousetrap.
Build the mousetrap as you go around the board.
Oh, did I just lose? I thought I just... Oh, there it is. I knew I had it. I tell you what, it's really good, and it's on offer in one of the big supermarkets at the moment. It's called Kablab. You should get that for your family. It's literally reduced to something like $6.49. I don't know how they can do it. That's really cheap, and it's brilliant. It's really funny. And basically, it looks like a bomb, like a little bomb, and you pull up the top of it, and you have to keep passing it around. So you've got 2 dice, and the dice will say they have numbers on them, or they have blanks on them, or they have something else. I can't remember what the other one is. And what you have to do is you roll the dice, and if you've got like a 2 on one and a 4 on the other, whatever the category is. There we go, look, I finished my card. Whatever the category is, you have to, so it might say boys' names that begin with B. And because you've rolled a 4 and a 2, you've got to name 6 names beginning with a boy's name begin with B. And as soon as you did it, you can pass the bomb. And everyone's trying to get it in, and then they roll a dice, it's like pass, and they go to the next person, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's called Kablab.
Look out for
and it's very, very good. Yeah, just K-A and then blab afterwards. But it's a brilliant game. People love it. There we go. Talking games and masculine cards. You wouldn't think you'd get a card like this, and I've just used my alphabet dies with making a masculine card out of those pieces. There we go.
Just a brilliant, brilliant card from a really lovely collection. And like a lot of you are chatting, just saying it's such a great price today. I know Karen says I didn't get this collection initially, but with the price now, it's going to be hard to resist. Listen, I think it's a great day to jump in and grab this if it tickles your fancy. Denise Whiting says, I'm new to card making, so I was not about when this was first launched. I've ordered papers during birthday, and they are stunning. Madge says, looking forward to this struggle. Looking forward to this, comma, struggle with mail cards. If you, I put the comma in there, there was no punctuation. You set me up there, didn't you? I'm looking forward to this struggle. Looking forward to this. I struggle with mail cards. Any questions you want to ask, Debbie? Hopefully, over the course of the show, with the demos that you're seeing, you're going to pick up some hints and tips. But if there's anything you're not quite sure about, if you want to talk about, I don't know, colour combos or other collections that you might use or styles or whatever, fire the questions in. And send in pictures as well. Like as Debbie said at the top of the show, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you want to send in pictures, if you're a bit stuck, see if we can help you. That is what we are here to do. Sharon says, our daughter lives in New South Wales. They went to Bali and had a fabulous time. Obviously didn't go to the monkey farm. On our, on our bucket list next time we visit our daughter. Alison says, I keep forgetting, keep getting something else and forgetting the buckle set. And Karen says that buckle set would make a brilliant Santa Claus card. If you want it, it is on the show, your buttons and buckles. It's a brilliant, brilliant price today as well, actually. Just £15.99 or $19.96. It's a 33-piece die set, and it's brilliant, as Debbie's chatted about and demonstrated on that project. You've got the belt buckle there, so you can use that as like an embellishment on a project. Love the idea, and you guys are all chatting about it as well, of using it, yes, on your masculine makes, but then also thinking about, batch making Father Christmas cards. It's a really, really simple card to make. It's choosing your colour combos, so you've got sort of Father Christmas's suit, popping that across the middle with the little buckle, so you've got the different choices of buckles there as well, and away you go. You've created a really cute, easy Christmas card. But the great thing about this collection as well is you've got lots of elements here that you can just use as embellishments. So full cards, yes, but if you just need some little buttons to decorate a project with, you can. Nice again those to combine those if you've got with your glossy highlights. You can add a real kind of realistic look to those. You've got the different keys there as well, got the different keyholes, the padlocks. Love the fact that you've got a pocket watch in here as well that you can build up, maybe cutting that into some of your more metallic cardstock. Got your little pocket square there as well. So it is, as you can see, at first glance you might be scratching your thinking, where will I use that? But you'll use this all the time, and I think that's where a lot of people were thinking when we first launched this. The more you saw it, the more you were thinking, yeah, this is one of the most craftable collections that we've done in a long while. It's only $15.99 today, as I say, if you're platinum, or $19.96, so worth popping into your basket alongside any other bits and pieces that you want to pick up from this show. Love that buckle, says Colleen Passardi. And Karen says, my husband keeps all the cards that I've made him. He even has some of them displayed still. That is super cute. I'm sure Laura puts the cards away. She's got like a memory box. I'm sure all mine go in there. I'd like to think that anyway. They probably go to the recycling eventually. Colin says, I love playing board games, and Chunkle says, I always have board games. It is a great way to bond with family or friends. It really is, isn't it? It's good. And I love playing Monopoly, says Colleen. Love Yahtzee, you love? I love Yahtzee. Do you play that? The dice game?
No, we haven't got Yahtzee.
Oh, it's so good.
All games, yeah, we haven't got Yahtzee.
You have to get the different combos. We're doing Secret Santa again this year, so that might be if I get Debbie.
Oh, yes. Love that idea.
Sequence, you play? I don't know what that is. Sequence. Checkers. Checkers is good. And Scrabble, yeah. Robin McMorris says, what is in the Christmas sentiment bag? I do know what is in that, but that is coming up in the later show. So hopefully, Robin, will you be coming back later on? If you are, we'll show you in that show, but if you really can't make it later, then I'll go and have to speak to Tracy quite nicely to see if we can get it. So let me know either way. I don't want to anger her, not on a Monday. So let us go for a short break, give you opportunity to get checked out. And talking of terrific Tracy, as I like to call her, let's find out more about her here in her amazing video. Here she is.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch, my favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like, lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes for the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Lots of you chatting about board games now, which is fun. Alison says, as kids, we had a game called the London Game, based around the Underground map. Have you heard about that one?
I don't remember that. We used to play London on the big whizzy thing. What was it called? The Witch's Hat. Did anyone have, like in the playground?
No.
And they used to go L-O-N-D-O-N, coming ready or not. And you used to have to then chase people around the Witch's Hat. It was like a spinny, it was massive, and people like a climbing frame that looked like a witch's hat.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Ah.
You didn't used to play London. People used to swing through the inside, and you'd just go to grab them and you couldn't. But they used to call that London. Well, we were the London sort of overspill where I lived.
Anyone else played that game? Or let us know. Ticket to Ride is a very good game, says Sharon Maynard. If I was going to buy that, would I just buy the original Ticket to Ride then?
Yeah.
Just Ticket to Ride?
Yeah. Oh, any still offer the same thing. So we've got a posh one. We've got a limited edition Europe one, and that comes with little tins with your trains. So that's quite posh. But mind you, I bought that for Al for Christmas, and the first year we played, his dad tipped a whole glass of red wine all over it. But luckily, because it was a good board, it just wiped away.
So you want to buy something like fairly exotic, like you wouldn't buy Ticket to Ride Newton Aycliffe edition, would you? Like you'd buy like Ticket to Ride Egypt or something.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah. Or like Ticket to Ride.
I'm not sure, because all of ours are separate board games, so you get a board, but I think you could possibly buy just the boards. Yeah, different boards. I'm not sure. We've got quite a few. It's a good game.
Anyway, let's talk more about craft, and let's get a train and go to Vegas, vintage Vegas. The train from Newton Aycliffe that goes all the way to Vegas. It's a long old journey. Takes a while. This is the Essentials collection. Now, once again with this, if you want to stock up on other bits and pieces, you can. We've got the embellishments in a separate bundle, so your foil transfers and your bling on a roll. Then we've also got your papers in another bundle as well, so the 12 by 12, 6 by 6, and your linen. This is the Essentials though, so £76 or $96, where you get all of the cool stuff, like the opportunity to be able to build the king in die form. He's back out. I nearly rang a radio station the other day, and I only caught the tail end of the conversation, and I don't know why they were talking about this, but they were trying to, this is genuine, they were trying to find somebody who would ring in and sing, you know the song The Blade and Races? They wanted somebody to sing the song The Blade and Races in the style of Elvis Presley. Well, I don't know why I didn't. I should have really, shouldn't I? Oh, let's.
It's not like you to be shy, Ben.
Passing the folks along the road, just as they were standing. Thank you very much. Anyway, there's Elvis. You've also got the opportunity here to be able to build your own cocktails. What's so nice about this is, yes, it's very sort of Vegas themed, but then you've obviously got items like this that you can take out and use for other projects as well. So use this with your Cheers to You. Use it with your Amazing Flamingo collection. There's loads of different collections you can take these and use them with. Obviously, you've got the wedding chapel, so once again, great for just making wedding cards outside of the Vegas collection. But then you get all of the elements you'd expect from Vegas, so stamps and dies when it comes to your cards. You've got the royal flush there. You've got all of your different chips, of course, and the dice in there too. You've also got the showgirl. As far as Vegas is concerned, you've got the stamp and die with that cool Cadillac, because if you're going to do Vegas, you'd have to get a cool car to kind of drive up and down the strip in, wouldn't you? I absolutely love that. Then you'd see the sights as well, so you've got all of the different sights from the Vegas skyline. Loved, we'll have a look at some cards with Debbie over there in just a second, but love the cards I've seen where this has been popped onto like a Z fold, and you've been able to kind of have that scene at the front of your project look super cool. You've got your all in to win, so of course, you've got your bandits, your one-arm bandits there, with all of the different symbols that you can pop into your little machine. You've got the cute little mini Vegas sign there too, which looks great kind of on its own, but once you've die cut that, you then got the ability to pop in your little bits of bling there too, if you want to be able to do that. Then you've got your fabulous Las Vegas sign. You've got that in die and template form, and also you've got all of the bling with that as well. So you get the bling that you're seeing here within the box to be able to not only light up the outside of the sign, but light up the Las Vegas there as well. And once again, like with your Touch of Sparkle, you've got the templates there to be able to make that really, really simple to do. You've got brilliant embossing folders, and what I love about these as well, they look amazing on the gold first of all, but you've got your Ace of Spades in beautiful detail, and then you've also got your back of the card too, which I think just looks absolutely brilliant. That reverse playing card, so your front of the card, back of the card, and then last but by no means least, you've got your stamps, which are you're the jackpot. So again, you've got some really great sentiments in there, things like your ace, thank you very much. That was obviously I read that like Bruce Forsyth there, didn't I? Thank you very much. It should be thank you very much. You've got cha-ching, which is cool. You've got all in to win, and then in Vegas we don't count calories, We count chips. Oh, I like that one. And happy ever after. So that's the Essentials collection. As I say, if you want more as far as papers and embellishments are concerned, shop the show. You'll see separate bundles for that. But it's such a fun collection. And if you're talking about masculine makes again, Debbie, there's lots you can do with this collection, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I definitely think this is one for the fellas, isn't it? I mean, there is some just amazing one. I can think of like loads of people straight away with the Elvis Presley. I think just having that, you might just have someone that loves cabaret singing, that loves their cabarets. It's just a fabulous die to have, so absolutely brilliant. You're right about the car. Show that one first. I love the car. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to combine both of those in the next demo, but I think that is fabulous. The playing cars. I mean, women as well. Of course you can do them, but obviously we're talking about masculine makes. But I love that one. I love this one with the red suit.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis always reminds me of my cousin because he actually sings Elvis for a living. He's like a singer.
He's a proper Elvis.
Yeah, so he just goes round to all the clubs and
dressed as
sings.
Elvis?
Yeah, so he doesn't always, but yes, he's dressed as Elvis. He lives in Sweden. I don't know if Elvis is big in Sweden. Never really asked him. So I'll have to play him some of his stuff. But he sings. He used to be a bit like you, Ben. He used to be a blue coat. That's how he started his sort of singing career. Yeah, and then everyone loves the showgirls, don't they?
They certainly do.
And those embossing folders, they really are just beautiful. So you've got all of those. So let's get started with a demo. So I'm going to be using Elvis and we're going to be using the car as well. So I've put all my bits down onto some scrap paper. So let's just bring in our board here so we can cut them all in one go. So I've got the pattern paper there. So we're going to cut that out of blue. I thought it's good cutting his jacket and his shoes out of those. Then we're going to pop his mic there. We've got his mic stand and his hairpiece. It's got a hairpiece and his
slightly
trousers.
better than the hairpiece our Elvis had.
And then we've popped that one on there. So I'm just going to be really careful. I've put some of them onto tape and then I'm just going to be really careful putting the rest through so they shouldn't move. But if they move, I've got them already done. I've actually put them through my Xyron machine so they're already done. But I want you to see how easy they are cut out and how just beautiful they are. The attention to detail, I think, in Elvis is incredible.
Rachel's just messaged saying, according to Google, they're crazy about Elvis in Sweden.
Ah, that's probably why then.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what he loves to do.
Oh, there you go.
So let's just take that stand out. There we go.
Liam's just thinking about an Elvis mashup now.
An Elvis mashup.
That could work actually.
Could you think of one off the top of your head?
Oh,
Gimme.
Gimme. Man up on Monday.
Money.
Money. Money funny.
Voulez-vous?
Voulez-vous? Oh.
Yes, it would work. It would absolutely work. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the money one.
Voulez-vous? Oh. Yes, Debbie. Oh dear.
Right, so there we go. We've got his jacket. My glasses are steaming up. It must be warm in here today. And then this one as well.
The Vegas collection is amazing, Crystal. You are correct. And this collection, Stacey says, is great for masculine makes. And Karen says there are so many different elements to this collection. You can take your cards to so many different themes. It is so versatile. And thank you, Sandy. He says, Ben, I couldn't find an appropriate Elvis wig for Halloween, but I have sent in pictures of my son dressed as Elvis when he was little, which you might enjoy.
Oh, I love that.
We'll have a look at your pics. Absolutely. We'll have a look at those. Send those in. And like we said, anything you want help with as far as masculine makes are concerned. And maybe you've been crafting with some of these collections that we've got on the show. We'll always love to see what you've been up to. So send them in. And comment away. The more you comment, the more chance you've got of winning one of 2 prizes at the end of the show.
Absolutely. Right, so I've got all the bits, so you can see all of these cut out. Now, when you've got your main cut out here, I've put all these pieces through my Xyron, so you can see it just makes them into a sticker. And it just saved me putting my tape pen on for the show, just made it a little bit quicker. Now, the one here, I want to put just a tiny bit of white card card at the back of there for his buttons. I mean, you could cut it out again and have them, but it's a little bit of a faff. So actually, what I would suggest is just literally put in just a small piece of white card to back it onto. And then that way you can make sure that you've got those buttons showing through. So literally just like that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tape over the top of that so that will stick. And then that one will stick directly there. But let's put your trousers on first. I love these. It's almost like I don't know if Daisy had them. My kids had them, but Daisy's a bit younger. Do they still do the dress-up magazines where you have the you cut them out, the dolls' clothes?
She has. No, it was like she's got like a. Oh, it doesn't anymore.
Like
a wooden doll.
It is.
A wooden doll where you could get like. She always had like magnetic costumes that you could. Well, obviously it wasn't wooden then.
No, this was like a magazine, and in the front of the magazine there would be like a more of a robust like piece of card which would have your doll figure on it, and then you'd pop it out and then you'd cut out all the tops and they'd have little tabs that went over the shoulders and you could dress them in all different clothing. I think that's quite an old thing. I don't think they do them anymore, but yeah, they are very, very cool. Right, so we're literally just sticking Elvis together. So we've got his hairline.
Yes.
And if you're not quite sure where it goes, turn it over and you'll be able to see exactly where it goes, so you won't have a shadow coming round there. Oh, it needs to just go up a little bit there. There we go. And then all I do afterwards is just when you want to burnish down on the back, and that way you're not going to pull anything up.
Is that a spare wig to the top right of the screen there?
You want a spare wig, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It's just in case he loses one. And then we've got his shoes.
Got to be blue, yes.
Blue suede shoes, yes. Have you always loved Elvis? Or is it just something you like impersonating?
Well,
or is it not really?
up until this birthday, I'd never impersonated Elvis. I mean, I don't dislike Elvis, but I wouldn't say I was a massive fan of Elvis.
Oh, okay.
I was always a big fan of Shakin' Stevens.
Oh, okay.
Remember Shaky in the 80s?
Yeah, I remember Shaky, yeah.
So Elvis was, yeah, it's funny how it all, well, it's because they asked me to do it. That's why I did it. And
I don't know why, I just assumed that you were a massive fan.
No, not really. And then discovered I could kind of take him off, and that was it, and the rest is history, as they say.
There you go.
So, I haven't watched the movie yet, no. Apparently the movie's very, very good. Have you seen the Elvis movie?
Yeah, it's very good. And Priscilla.
And what?
Priscilla.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Just about Priscilla,
movie,
yeah.
Just about Priscilla.
Yeah.
I did watch Paddington 3 at the cinema last night, though, and I enjoyed that very much.
You're as cool as Elvis, aren't you? And then I thought, well, what we do with his microphone, let's thread it round his back, because we thought he has the moves, doesn't he? So we're just going to thread it through, so it's like that. So he's like swinging his microphone about. So I'm just going to literally turn that over and just put a little bit of glue underneath there. So let's just move that to the side, just so that sort of stays in place until we move that or stick it down. There we go. So that's our Elvis done. So let's just pop these bits to the side. I'll keep them for another time. And then I've already stamped this one. So this one is your car. So you've got the cool Cadillac. So you've got the die and the stamp set, which will do both. So just take that up. There we go. So we've got that one, and then we're going to cut it out afterwards. So just going to bring in all my colours to do that. And then this one is just one of your sentiments in here. These are really great sentiments. I love these so much. It doesn't even have to be Vegas. You can use these on any cards at all.
Yeah.
I love You've Hit the Jackpot. That's something you want to put on a wedding card, isn't it, really? I think that's just a brilliant one to have. So that's why I did it. So I always leave sort of always do sort of this, so you can leave that white line in between. It can be as small or as big as you want, but do that first and then just colour around.
Is anybody else, I'll just say this quickly because it's been on my mind. You know this Cadillac, it's obviously in red, a minute ago you saw, now you're doing it blue. Does it take anybody back to that advert of the 90s from the Milky Way chocolate bars?
We were singing. The red car and the blue car had a race.
All Red wanted to do
All he wants to do is stuff his face. He eats everything he sees, from trucks to prickly trees. But good old Blue, he took the Milky Way. Or won the Milky Way. I can't remember what it is now. Yeah, we were singing it the other day. It's funny how that sticks with you, doesn't it? That tune.
Yeah. It's like the old Bran Flakes advert with Ross Kempin. They're
Ross
tasty,
Kemp?
tasty, very, very tasty. They're very tasty.
Ross Kemp?
Yeah, he was in like the original advert for...
Was he really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
How funny. So literally that's all you're going to do, and put some dark around there, like so.
Whilst you're colouring.
And then just, oh sorry, yeah, carry on.
I was going to say hi to Alison who's joined us. She says she remembers those dolls that you were talking about.
Oh yes, the
And Sally
colouring.
said we had
books.
colourform dolls too, which were clingy vinyl. And of course the paper dolls.
I mean, I am going,
Old style Cadillac yourself. Send in the pic. I would love to see it.
yeah, absolutely.
Love to see that.
So that's all you're going to do. You can see, I'm not going to colour it all in now, just want you to see how we've put that together. And then once you've done it, you're going to use your die. That will just go over the top. So literally place that one over the top there. That's going to cut out and you're going to get it like this. So you can see how cool it looks once you've done it, and once it's all coloured in. And then I've just used the darker grey. So this one is your ice grey shades that I've used just to do the tyres and just sort of the vents of the car. So let's pop that to the side and pop our card together. So I have obviously used, oh, and then what I've done here is I've just trimmed it out. I quite like the shape of that one. So rather than just trim it out in sort of, if I bring that in there, just chop round it, I've actually just cut around it. So I thought that looked really cool. And then we've just took a piece of our papers. So you can use whichever side you want really, but I'm going to use this side. I think that's really cool. This was just an offcut I had as well actually. So really good for using all your offcuts. And then let's glue that to the front. And again, I'm sort of using my base colour as black again. I think black, if you want to, make sure you've got some black cardstock, because it's a really good one to sort of ground all your makes and make them look more masculine straight away.
Yeah.
So just popping that right in the centre, just leaving that nice black line all the way round. And then I'm going to bring in some foam pads.
The papers are exceptional, aren't they? They're just stunning. I love that.
They are amazing.
The vintage design on them is just
You could literally
cool.
look through them and just see so much going on all the time. They're just amazing. I absolutely love them. And then we're going to pop this in the background, and we're just going to stick that one straight down. So it'll look like it's Elvis's car in the background. Pop that over there. In fact, let's pop that about there, I think. I still want quite a bit of those papers. And then we're going to bring our Elvis in. And in fact, we'll pop him on some foam pads as well. Just like so. And then I'm just going to trim a couple of those down. Just to give us a little bit of rigidity in his legs there.
Yeah, don't want him falling over.
We don't want him falling over, absolutely. No.
No.
No. Oh, that's still a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim that one again.
Catherine just said she remembers the dolls that Debbie's talking about. I had hours of pleasure with them.
Yeah, me too.
As a little girl. Wasn't life so much simpler back then?
It was so much simpler, yeah, absolutely.
You take joy out of the most simple things.
Yeah, that is so, so true. Right, so let's put our Elvis on, and there is our second make. So we're just going to pop him there. Like so, and there we go, keeping that nice and simple. And obviously if you want to put dad or brother or anything like that on, you can obviously put that to your card. There we go.
Love, love, love it. Oh. Really, really great collection. Love the vintage cars, says Karen. Yeah, you say you go to a lot of car shows. You want to make a car with a car theme for them. Well, this is that collection. Charlotte Clark says, I like a pink Cadillac. Song by Natalie Cole, I think. That one, isn't it? Pink Cadillac. And I tried to personalise my cards, says Carol G. And I got the Vegas one for my niece and her partner. They are going again in January. It's Pink Cadillac. I'm sure Natalie Cole sang Pink Cadillac as well. So, Google Pink Cadillac, Natalie Cole. Yes, I knew I was right. Being a former radio DJ. I remember playing that quite a bit. What was I going to say? Something, it skipped my mind. Oh yes, Carol, yes, nice to have collections like this when you have people in mind. And I think certainly, again, yeah, if you know someone like you do who's off to Vegas, perfect. But once again, you know, within this masterclass, we're talking about masculine makes. There's so many different elements within that collection, you know, from the cars to the Elvis to the papers, which you can get individually, of course, that will work so nicely for those masculine projects. £76 is your platinum price, $96 if you are shopping in the US. Just to say hello, if you've just joined us as well, just gone 1 o'clock here in the UK. We are masterclassing all about masculine makes. So taking not necessarily collections which are sort of masculine skewed, but have those sort of elements within them that allow you to kind of think to yourself, oh, okay, I can go for the Vegas collection and make a card for that man in my life. I can go through the Arabian Nights collection because there are the elements in there to be able to make cards for those men in my life. So that's what we're sort of looking at. The next collection that we're going to look at, hence from the name that you'll see in a second, is obviously skewed towards the blokes. What I will just say as well, though, over the course of the next 50 minutes or so, make sure you get in touch because, of course, it is Veterans Day today, Remembrance Day, of course, as well. So we've put together a nice little bundle twice over, actually, for you to win, featuring the poppies. So you have got the Proud Poppies stamp set just here, and then you've also got the beautiful Pretty Poppies dies. So you've got both of those. We've got 2 sets of those to be won. So if you want to be in with a chance of bagging those, then all you need to do is send us a little comment. Say hello, let us know what you're shopping for today, let us know how your weekend was, ask us a question. If you've got a bit of a crafty conundrum, send those in and we'll pick 2 people at the end of the show to win those goodies. Hi to Dawn, who says, my husband tells me when Mr. Potato Head first came out, you got a box of the face pieces. No, I don't really. Is this true? Is this true? Dawn that says, my husband tells me when Mr. Potato Head first came out, you got a box of the face pieces, but you had to use a real potato.
Oh, so that rings a bell. That does ring a bell. I think you could buy. I think we did have big. I think you're absolutely right.
So you just bought the face pieces and provided
you
your own
push them
potato.
into a potato, yes. And I actually think I've done that when we were kids. So that's going back some years.
That's so funny.
Yes, we definitely used to do that. And I remember having to really dig the nose in and things because it had the 2 prongs that you'd stick in the potato. Yes, you're right. That is so true.
But then I guess you could use any vegetable you wanted, really, couldn't you?
Well, you could, yeah. But I think because Miss Potato Head was a big thing, wasn't it?
Mr. Turnip Head, I've just heard.
Mr. Carrot Head.
Mr. Banana Head. I don't know if they're suggesting names or they're just calling
Marrow
me
Head.
names in my ear now. Camera's on you, Mr. Turnip Head. Mr. Watermelon Head. Yep. Oh, Don says it really is true. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I never quite know sometimes whether you're winding me up or not. That's so funny. And that's it. That is better than having like the plastic head, isn't it? Because how much more fun you can have, like just like grabbing loads of potatoes out of your cupboard.
Well, because you could put them all in different places. His nose could be in his belly button, couldn't it?
Well, you were pointing then. You could. Oh, wow. I wonder if my kids have still got their Mr. Potato Head like lying around somewhere. I want to go and try that later on tonight. Let's go in the cupboard. Are you cooking tonight, darling? No, I'm just looking for a potato to do some Mr. Potato Head playing with. Lynn says, the paper dolls I used to get in a magazine. This is the same thing as you then. My mum got me each week and I would spend ages colouring them in and then dressing them.
Yeah, there was ones you could colour in. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, life was so good, wasn't it? It was so simple. I love it. Kathy Green says, hello Kathy, Mechanicsburg. I'll have to use this collection for my dad's birthday. We used to watch the Elvis movies and he works on cars. Well, he would do in Mechanicsburg. And Janet says, if you've got any pictures as well of any Cadillacs or cars. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being told in my ear. Don't send any pictures because if you just had a little gremlin a few minutes ago, then it was because we had too many pictures being sent in. So don't send any more pictures for now. We'll try again later. Janet says, I love to watch Debbie colouring. She makes it look so simple and she does explain things very clearly.
Oh, thank you.
Let's have a look, as I say, at this next collection, which is Modern Man. 14-piece selection. It's £38.40 or £51.20. If you want the topper pad that came with this, you can get that as an individual item. But once again, this is such a fun collection, and this really is the one to go for if you are someone who struggles with masculine makes, because it is all things, yes, that we kind of associate with men, but obviously, you know, if you've got those ladies in your life, those kids in your life who play football, who play soccer, then, you know, you use those for the ladies as well. But within this set, you've got this beautiful kind of cable knit embossing folder, which I absolutely love. Could be a starting project, I think, for any sort of make, but obviously it'll work really nicely with all the goodies in here. What's so lovely as well is that we've covered off so many different sports, different hobbies for the blokes. So here, what we would call football, I know in America, you guys would call soccer, but you've obviously got the little cupcake base there, and then you can multi-cut these, multi-stamp these, multi-cut them and create a little cupcake football cake, which I think is brilliant. Have a ball on your birthday. You've got the little corner flag in there as well. But then we've also done that for you guys in the US as well, so what you call football, what we call American football, but you know, again here in the UK, rugby very popular, so that could become a rugby ball cake. There's loads of different options that you can go for. Love this one. Again, you know, if perhaps, it's probably, Nicholas says, that looks like you. Maybe I will come in a monocle and a bowler hat later on in the month, in my cardigan and my pipe with bubbles. Can you actually buy a pipe that you can blow bubbles from? Maybe I'll get that. What was I going to say?
Not, because they'd see that as encouraging kids to smoke, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, potentially, I suppose.
In this day and age.
What was I going to say? Oh yes, obviously yes, Tash, you know, potentially a bit too late now, but if you were thinking about making cards to raise money for Movember charities, well there you go. There's your set to be able to do that. You've also got dies in here as well, so if you want to like build a card which is literally a jacket or a waistcoat, then again you've got all the elements there. How nice would your belt and buckles collection work with that set? You know, you could use the pocket watch, couldn't you, to tie in with that. You could use the if you've got the amazing flamingos, you could use that pad and create a Hawaiian shirt with that as well, a Hawaiian jacket. Nicholas just suggested, I love that. So many options with that set. And then look at all these goodies as well. So you think of the blokes in your life. DIY is a big one, I know, for a lot of blokes, as it is for the ladies as well. But, you know, if you were making a card potentially with someone like Liam, who's vision mixing today, you know, this is one that you would go for. He is, I mean, he's a builder extraordinaire, but he's many things extraordinaire, isn't he? But look, you've got your saw in there, you've got hammers, spanners and wrenches and paintbrushes and rollers, you name the tool, it's there. Then, if you're going to make a card for, you know, maybe someone like me, you maybe go for the record player there. So you've got all of the elements there of your record player that you can build up. It's so cool. Then we know blokes love to do a bit of barbecuing, don't they? Eh? The blokes love to be the king of the grill. So you've got all of those elements included in there too, which is fabulous. And then I haven't got boards for these, but you have got your car. So you've got your classic car in there. So you've got the stamp in the Vegas collection. That one you can literally, in die form, build that car up with all the different elements, from the actual shape of the car to the grille to the headlights to the windscreen. It's all in there. You've also then got your set of dies for the golfer in your life, so the Golf King. That comes with the bag. All of the different clubs in there, from your irons to your putters, to your woods, your driver. And you've even got a little trophy in there as well, which I think is super cool. And then you've also got your embellishment figures in there as well. So that one is actually allowing you to create that little crest, if you like. So there's 7 dies within that set. And then you've also got this one here, which is your touchdown. So it is all the elements that you can see on the front there, from the American football helmet to the ball to the jersey. So again, you could create that in all of your favourite team's colours, pop the numbers on the back there as well if you wanted to, but that's all included in that set. Back to the boards. If there's a gamer in your life, as I'm sure there is, if you've got kids or grandkids, they all love the gaming, then you've got this set here to be able to make all of those different controllers. And then last, but by no means least, you've got that beautiful stamp set, which is that lovely garden scene. So I think, you know, within the essential set itself, you have covered off so many different hobbies for those men in your life. And at that price today, you've got an absolute steal. £38.40, $51.20 is your platinum price on that. We're going to have a look at some cards and get into a demo with Debbie on this. What you got?
Yeah, if ever there was a collection for men, I mean, I know it's what it's called, but this is what you need.
Yeah.
This is absolutely what you need. So if you've not gone for this, you absolutely need to, because it gives you everything you could possibly think of to make your masculine cards. I love this. I think how just amazing is this sample. Who's done this? Rebecca Davis has done this. And it looks just amazing. And actually, I don't want to take nothing away from Rebecca, but that actually is quite a simple card to achieve. With your inks coming down, those paintbrushes at the top, it just looks incredible. I absolutely love that one.
Very good.
And then if you just want something more simplistic, you've got another one here which Nicole's done for us, just showing how you can put all those tools and mix and match them. These are really lovely dies to really get your hands on and have a good play and put different colours on, and just looking incredible. And this is beautiful as well. I mean, I just think these are amazing.
Yeah.
Record players are so in, aren't they? Everyone seems to have a record player now, and even my daughter now collects records. I so wish I didn't get rid of all my ABBA, 12 inches, and my mine was all ABBA. So in my day, it was all ABBA and Culture Club.
Oh, was it?
Yes, Boy George.
Do you know what? It's funny to say, whilst I was off, I tidied out our spare room. I've dug out I've got a Bluetooth record player.
Right.
So it's an old style record player that you can hook
yes.
up to a Bluetooth speaker. And I'm going to start raiding the charity shops again and finding some vinyls.
Absolutely,
There's some gems you can pick up there.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're expensive. You go into a record shop, they're like £50
for an album.
For an album. Like, wow. Yeah, lots of money. So lots of ones. We're going to be making this in the demo.
Oh, cool.
I love the football one because I did think we're tackling all men's cards. What about a boy's card? So sometimes they're sort of hard to do. This one would be an ideal one. Someone that just loves their sports. I mean, that's a great one. Don't have to actually like that particular sport, just if they're quite sporty. My son's very sporty, so he would love that. Love this one as well, just done in the black and white. Dude, yeah, have a ball on your birthday. I mean, honestly, there's so many samples I could show you because I love that sentiment. You're not old, you're a classic. It's just amazing. I love that one as well. I mean, great for a retirement card as well. So many different uses. And actually, if you made that one more girly, you could use it for a female-inspired card.
Oh, yeah.
For retirement as well. Right, so I've got some paper. I don't think we've got the paper pad from. Oh, did you show? We have got the paper.
We've got the topper pad, not the paper pad.
So if we've got another demo in this hour, I'm going to use that topper pad, but I'm just using some paper. You'll have some papers in your stash, so I'm just using some papers here. Got a nice blue piece of a textured card, and I want to create an aperture through my card, so you can, in fact, I might actually use them. Let me bring, we've got some of these on the show, which are, these are smaller, so they might not work so well. I'm going to stick with my ones, but actually, if you just wanted to make an aperture, you could use your larger one to go on there. I'm actually going to be using these ones, which just makes it a little bit bigger. So it's the new nesting dies I'm using that came out for birthday, but actually these nesting dies are fabulous because you've got all different ones there as well. So do have a look at those because I've got a feeling they're going to be on a really good price. So let's pop this one in. We're going to use our nesting die, and I've used it just so I know it's going to give me enough room to fit another one on. So my bigger one is just here, because when these are put together like so, I'm not going to cut it, but you'll create this, which is your sort of thinner one. So I want to then pop that around the edge of my aperture. So I'm going to take the bigger one away and use the smaller one. And we're just going to place that in the middle. I'm going to use some low tack tape. Oh, there it is. It's always where I can't see it, right in front of me. And then we're just going to add that into the centre. So I'm going to roughly make sure I've got that central, looks quite central there, and then just place that in the middle. And we're just going to cut that one out. So let me bring back in my smaller plates. That won't take long to cut that one out, and then run that through my Gemini. So any nesting dies will do. It's just a case of creating something that's going to draw your eye into the centre. So, and I love the new nesting dies because they are, yes, creates that opportunity, as our Nicola. I haven't heard that for a while.
Good one, Nicola.
Absolutely. So just take that away. You can then use that if you want to on a different card. So don't throw that away. Just be careful taking your load tape away, and then you've got a nice little topper then to put on something else. So let's pop them to the side, and then we've got this one here, which is that circular, or not circular, the oval one, which we've cut two out together. So just going to use that to put on the outside, and let's just grab the dotty tape pen. So literally just coming round. This is where your dotty tape pen is really going to come into its own, because you're going to just pop all the dots exactly where you need it without it being all stringy around the edges.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to place that on top. So that will fit. Unstick it from my fingers. And then I'm just going to sort of push this into place around. So obviously it's quite a small little tiny frame that we're making. And all I want this to do is just to draw our eye in. There we go. Once that's on, turn that over, use your scoring tool to burnish that down. And I always burnish on the back then, because it just means that it won't pick up any bit that's not stuck down, and it just helps. Otherwise it bends your card or pull it up. So it's always good to burnish down, and then I know that that's perfect, giving me that gorgeous frame. And then we're going to use that over our blue card onto here, and then just pop that onto a card blank. So we'll do all that, and then we'll start making our cupcake.
I've got this collection, says Karen, and it has come in handy so many times. I now struggle less, you say, when it comes to making masculine cards. It covers off so many different hobbies for blokes, and as Debbie's showing you here, you know, for the older gentlemen, and then for the, you know, the kids as well, the boys, the grandkids and the kids. There's something in there for everyone. We do mystery parties, says Karen Austin, where everyone has to figure out who done it. The hat and moustache is perfect for an invitation card because it's very Hercule Poirot or Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I want to come to your party.
Bet you'd be good at that with all of your board game knowledge, Debbie. I can imagine you being quite good at a whodunit party.
Oh, I'd love that. One thing I've never done is an escape room, and I would love to do an escape room.
Oh,
I haven't done one.
We did one of those at my old work and got locked in.
Was you good at it?
No.
Did you escape?
No.
Oh.
No, we got stuck on the first one for ages, where we were all chained to a wall, and there was like a bag of keys.
Oh, like Saw.
Yeah, it was a bit like that. It was a bit like that, and we spent it was only an hour long. We spent about 40 minutes working out how to get off the wall.
No.
It was ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't realise they'd done things like that. I don't know if I could do that then, because I'm claustrophobic. It might make it a bit, I might feel a bit...
Oh, I know what you mean. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't realise that's what they did.
Well, this was just the theme. Ours was like some... it was like we were trapped in some like underground bunker, basically, and we had to escape the bunker before the nuclear reactor blew up or something, but we didn't... Okay, we weren't in a bunker then. We were trapped in some room with some explosion that was going to go off, and we had to get out of the room, and we definitely didn't get out. But no, they have different themed ones, don't they?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't necessarily be chained to a wall. I mean, I think I was in an escape room, maybe I wasn't. I don't know. Ben is definitely giving off Poirot vibes today, says Tayden. Yeah, I will wear the monocle and the hat tomorrow, so there you go. Love the cardigan. I need to try and get a cardigan at some point today. Carol says, love the modern man for cards. I made my husband the barbecue one, which he loved. And I love all of these card samples, says Pat. I especially love Rebecca Davies' card with the paintbrush and the paints.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. Oh, I think we might have, let's press it a bit harder. Might have one that's sort of running out. Had this before with this black one. I think it must get used an awful lot. Yeah, it's not as vibrant as what it should be. The good thing though, your stamping platform means that you can keep going in.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad actually, but it's a little bit faint. But yeah, you can go in however many times you want to.
What ink pad are you using there?
It's the quick drying black.
Okay.
Nor black. I think it's the, yes, Nor black. You can see it's a very old used one.
We've got a quick dry selection for you on the show if you want to pick that up, half price. I don't think there's a black in there. I think smoked emeralds as black as we sort of get.
Any colour would be good. Right, so once we've got this, I'm then just going to, and in fact, I was just going to use my mini, but I might as well just pop these on and die cut them out. So let's just put a little bit of tape between both. So we're going to, oh, I did that wrong, Ben.
What have you done?
Oh, never mind, doesn't matter. So what I was going to do, I wondered, I was thinking, why is this blue bit of card here? I was going to stamp onto the blue bit of card and then cut it out.
Oh.
So basically, all you're going to do is die cut that out, but I've done it onto the, it's because my footballs needed to be onto white card. Die cut that out, die cut your footballs out, and I've got plenty so I can show you. And then this one, I've literally just used one of my bunting die at home, so I've literally just die cut that out with a bit of bunting. And then these pieces here, don't need that either, so let's pop those to the side. And then what I did was use this one here, so let's bring that one in. I just done it in the blue, so all I did was stamped on the blue because I thought that would tie in with our card as well. So all I'm going to do with this is just use my fingers to sort of curve it a little bit, like so. And I prefer to use a wet glue with this, so especially your chunky glue, your 3D glue.
Yeah.
Because that way it gives you a bit of wiggle room, and you know that if you don't put it in the place that you want it, you sort of can move it about. So first of all, I'm just going to have a look and see where I want it. I would say about 7 balls seem to be the sort of amount that you would need. Let me just get all these together. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, done 7. And then I've also just cut out a few flags. So let's bring those in. So that's here. So these would be good for your car as well. So you can use your car, and these could be like Formula 1 flags.
Oh yeah, like a checkered flag.
Yeah, checkered flag. But you actually get them to put in your top of your cupcake if you want to. So you know where you put little bunting. But I just thought we'd have them around because they're your football posts as well. You know, that horrible linesman when he says it's, you know, you're in the wrong, or a ball's gone out, or
Offside.
yeah, offside. Right, so we're just going to put this one down first. So I'm going to use this one just in the centre. So let's put a bit there and just put it roughly about here. So, and I can move that if I don't feel like that's in the right place. And then I want to put my balls, and I'm going to do the same thing. So we're just going to, just a tiny little bit, give these a little bit of a shape, and just put them around your finger really. And these are just going to create a more sort of rounded ball shape.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, a bit more realistic, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And then all we're going to do is I'm going to put 2 here. Let's place those on there, like so. And then we're going to do 1 at the edge. So these are going to go here.
Whilst you're sticking your balls, Linda says, I love the new stamping platform. The original one was a game changer for me, but the new one is next level.
Absolutely.
I suppose the great thing about that is you haven't got like the magnets in the way and stuff, have you, like getting in the way potentially?
Yeah, so, and do you know what? I think it's like anything. Like, I genuinely, the stamping platform for me is just brilliant. I love it. It is one of my favourite things. And I would say if you've got the stamping platform and you don't feel like you need another one, that's absolutely fine, because it's a great stamping platform and you do get that precision every single time. But what this one does is offers you just more. It's like an upgrade to what you've already got. And I think if you can stretch to that extra one, you definitely want to, because it's, yeah, with not having those magnets there, be able to just stick everything to it. And it is much more sturdier as well.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, I think really helps when things are quite sturdy. So, you get even more precision stamping, because at the same time as having a good stamping platform, you're always going to sometimes mis-stamp something, or it doesn't always go right. I've not once yet, Ben, mis-stamped anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not once. I've stamped sort of multiple times. It's so good, so sturdy. Yeah, I think if you can sort of go for that extra, you definitely want to. I don't actually, I'm saying that, I don't even know if we've got any.
I thought it had sold out, unless
Yeah,
we've
we
got any
might
back,
have
which I
done.
don't imagine
So-
we will have done, but you never know here, do you? You never know. We'll have a
You
look.
never know.
I'm loving all the comments just whilst watching Debbie sit the flag stand about this collection. Eleanor says, this is what I've wanted to be able to make cards for my grandsons, especially the gaming dies. They would love it. And Carol G says, I made a gaming card for my granddaughter's boyfriend and put it on the wooden paper. He's a floor layer and was pleased that I had done the wooden background.
Oh, that's nice.
This has become one of my most used collections, says Amelie. And Karen says, I love seeing demos using collections I already have. It always inspires me to get it out and have a play. Also, a good reminder to, because I know so many of you have got so many collections, you might even forget that you've got certain ones. So it's a good way to be able to remind you that you've got these at home. And Charlotte says, I'm enjoying the demos today, Debbie. They are so lovely. So there you go.
You're very welcome. Just going to put one more up the top there. Oh, just a little bit too heavy-handed there with my finger, so just take that away. That will dry clear anyway. There we go. And there we go. It's our, let's turn that round, and there we go. There's our cupcake one with our balls. I mean, it comes together quite quickly. And what I love about that one as well, Ben, is sort of most lads, as it is, they always have their team, don't they?
Yeah.
So you could do that in whatever colour team you wanted to. And no copyright, really, because it is just footballs and the colour of the team. So, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Lots of love coming through for that. A very fun card, says Lois. Thank you, Debbie. And Sharon Maynard says, I've used the record set for my nephew. I wrote on the records as he is in a duo and they write their own music. And the tool set for my son-in-law and a brother-in-law. That's what I mean with that collection. You've literally, I think, got stamps or dies for pretty much most male hobbies, I would have thought. Don't forget you've got that topper pad included as well as an individual elsewhere on the shop to show. If you do want nesting dies as well, these aren't the ones that we launched on birthday. Those sold out, don't forget, but these are a lovely set of decorative nesting dies. It's a 6-piece set, but you're getting 42 dies in total. And what's so lovely about these is if you just want to be able to cut a circle, you know, like a standard circle, you can in different sizes, 2 different sizes, but then you've got all of the decorative elements as well that you can use individually or cutting into your cardstock, and in this case creating beautiful star detailing, and then you've also got like your stitch detailing there as well. And don't forget, whilst you're cutting into your cardstock, you're then going to have all of these beautiful star offcuts that you can keep for shaker projects if you so wish. So it's a really handy set as far as nesting dies are concerned, but then you've got all of those decorative elements available for you there as well, and you can see all of the different sizes that you've got, and then you're getting a whole host of different shapes in there as well. So you're going to get your stars included in there too. Once again, the ability to be able to cut those apertures in different sizes, but then add that decorative detail. We do that for you again in the ovals, which you saw Debbie using just a little while ago. These have actually got butterflies built into the dice, so that's really super cute. Again, you can cut those into your projects, keep the waste, as it were, to use for shakers, or add those as little embellishments elsewhere on your project. You've got your set of nesting hearts. Also, you have got your hexagon, and then last but by no means least is your squoval. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yes, squoval, which has almost got like it's like a leaf detail, I suppose, like a foliage detail running through those decorative dies. So it is 42 dies in total. I have just clocked the price there. That is better than half price, my friend, is what Nicola's just said to me in my ear. That is a great deal. £18.40 platinum, or $23.20 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member, not to be sniffed at. And again, a completely different set of nesting dies compared to the ones that we had at birthday. So ones which you probably will want to add into your collection. We are going to take a short break right now, give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. Any more questions as well, fire those in. If you think of anything, get those questions to us in the next 3 or 4 minutes, because at the end of this show, in about half an hour's time, we will be announcing 2 winners, and those winners will be people who have commented, asked a question, sent in a comment. You know the drill, so fire away, and we will meet you back here in about 3 or 4 minutes' time with more inspiration.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me, and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts, and then grab my tea.
Get in early on the morning to work, set up all my cameras, all my TV monitors, make sure the lights are on, check off some things before the show. After the last show, we'll need to make sure everything's switched off, ready for the next day. Then I get to go home, just watch some TV, watch some movies or something when I'm making some food, and then go to sleep. The best part of my day is probably going live for the first time, like the first show of the day. I enjoy it, it's just fun. Get to warm up into the day. It's when everyone's saying good morning, everyone's chatting on the live chats, so yeah. I'd say night owl, but I'm also up quite early, so a bit of both. Shower at night time. Coffee, but I like iced coffees more than hot. Savoury breakfast. Masterclass. Definitely my headphones, helps with the bus rides. I like noodles, but it has to be done properly in a pan, whacking an egg, spring onions, all the trimmings. Mad by J Park. I check the bus timetable so I can get home.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. I must say thank you to Maxine. I don't normally get mail whilst I'm on a show, but Tracy just dropped this in. Maxine has sent me, look at this. It's an Elvis Presley air freshener, which is, of course, Smellvis Presley. Smellvis Presley. It smells lovely. And Maxine just sent me a little note, says, "Dear Ben, I saw this and thought of you. I hope it will remind you of birthday week. Oh, thank you very much. Well, Maxine, thank you. That's so kind. I was just saying to Debbie, it's so lovely when you send us stuff, just to think that you're out and about in your normal day and you think of us and then you send us stuff through. So that is lovely, Maxine. Thank you so much. And I will pop that into my car a little bit later on. Because it doesn't smell that nice in there at the minute, but it will now. It will with Smellvis. Fine. Right, let's get back to it. A few more comments coming through. Remember, comment away now and you could be winning our prizes at the end of the show. We've got 2 lots of these stamp and die sets to give away. All you've got to do is say hello, ask a question, let us know what you're loving about the show, let us know what of Debbie's demos has been your favourite, that kind of thing. Lois says, a very fun card, that last one, Debbie, thank you. Love these nesting dies, says Stacey. And I bought these nesting dies and need to get them out, says Lynn. If you want to get in touch, details at the bottom of the screen there, how to do so. Basically, wherever you're watching us now, you send us a little message and we read it out. I used the record set, says Sharon, for my nephew. I wrote on the records, oh, I've read this one, as he's in a duo, and they write their own music. And the tool set for my son-in-law and the brother-in-law. Just carry on pretend you didn't do it, Ben. I'm not going to read it again now. Twice is enough. I just thought it was a good message, worth reading out twice. Right, let's move on. We're going to do our final demo of the show, which is going to be with the Modern Man topper pad. I think if you're going for that Modern Man Essentials collection, then you've got to go for this topper pad as well, because it is brilliant. It is a 48-page pad. In the front of the pad, you've got a selection of pre-cut toppers. Basically, all you're going to do with these is just push them out. They're pre-cut, ready to go. So you can pop those out. It is a half-price deal. So as producer Nicholas has said, you're only paying for half of the pages. That's how she said it as well, in that voice, just like that. Very mysterious. But you've got classic cars, you've got the classic planes, hot air balloons, boats in there. Love that lighthouse scene. And the fact, again, that you've got multiples of these. You can create your own decoupage elements with these if you want to. But look, so you've got 4 pages of those. Then we move on to this set here. So this again is all going to pop out for you. So we've got football, soccer, we've got beer, we've got golf, we've got hiking or rambling, you've got your barbecue, you've got your golf, beer, I mean who doesn't love beer, wine tasting, American football. Once again, 4 pages of all of those. And then you are also going to get this set here. So 4 pages of your sort of outdoor pursuits, if you like, so from gardening to DIY to your fishing trips, and you get 4 pages of all of those, again all ready to just simply push out the cardstock. Then you get a set of little 6x6 scenes, if you like. So I think the thought with this is that if you want to stamp onto these you can, but if you want to build up scenes using items like this on those scenes, then of course you can. You will get a full set. Obviously we've been hacking into ours because the guys have been using it in demos. And then as we get into the back, you just get a lovely selection of little tabs and inserts that you can use on your projects, embellishments, and again it's all things like camping and hiking, and you've got the beers there, you've got little elements here that you can stick onto your projects with sentiments. American football is featured in there. If you know someone who loves to brew their own beer, we've covered that off as well. What else have we got in here? Golf again, tennis we've featured, flying, if you've got friends or family who love to fly planes, I mean how cool is that? We've got classic cars, cycling, mountaineering, lots of really great sentiments again, things like the world's greatest, happy birthday, special birthday wishes, sailing, classic cars, planes once again, cheers, happy birthday to a classic. And you're just going to snip into all of these. But again, what's so handy about this pad is that we've included so many different hobbies, so many different pursuits for men of all ages. It's a brilliant price. I just think it's one of those pads actually that for £5 today you might want to think about multi-buying, because if you are stuck, if you have that conundrum, you're scratching your head going, I don't know what to make for dad or granddad or partner or whatever, then you're going to turn to this time and time again. It's £5.19p today, or $5.98. And if you're looking for some inspiration with said pad, we've got some topper inspiration for you right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to incorporate a few different things that we've got on the show as well, because the great thing about any collection is you can use other collections to go with it. So for this one, even though we're using the topper pad, I thought we would use the Vegas collection, and you wouldn't really think of Vegas to use with these, but look at these papers. These are the more muted ones. So you can say, if I turn it over, you can see you've got this sort of your US diner and that.
Yeah.
But I just thought this has got a nice nice sort of, you know it when golfers are in the US and they're playing golf and they've got that sort of the trees in the background, and it just reminded me of that, and I thought that would be really good on there. So I've just got a scrap bit of card that we're popping on there. I've got my one of our card blanks, so you can buy the card blanks and the envelopes we were showing you last week. So I've got one of those, and I'm going to stick these together, and then we're going to I'm going to show you how you can create an aperture with your papers and your card blank as well. So first of all, what I want to do is to stick my card just onto our linen cardstock. And I think the linen cardstock as well is from the Vegas collection as well. It's the only linen cardstock I could find that we had a cream of.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so which was handy. It gets you thinking then. You think we don't bring out cream very often.
There's cream in the Fright Night linen cardstock, if that's still available.
Okay, right. Yeah, you're probably right. Yes, that's that, and that is more of a cream. This is more of sort of yellowy. Like if you look at my jumper, this is more yellowy to the cream. I think the cream in the Fright Night, you're right, because it was for the bandages, wasn't it?
Yes. It's on the website, and we do have. Is it on this show or is it later on? We've got a load of linen cardstock listed on one of these shows. I think that might be. Yes, it is. It's tonight. Half price individual bundles of linen, individual sets of linen cardstock.
Amazing.
Tonight's show.
You'll definitely want those.
Yeah.
Right, when you're creating an aperture, because I want to create an aperture on both, I could, if I wanted to, stick that together, cut through the whole thing. But it will then warp your card because I'm asking a thin metal die to go through 3 layers of cardstock. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to take my biggest layer first and we're going to cut it through my top 2 layers, this one here. So all I'm going to do is just use my die and use it wherever you want it. In fact, let me just bring this pad in because I want to just take, I'm going to do some sort of a golf inspired card.
Yeah.
So we're literally, when you're taking these out, just hold the back and the front and give it just a little wiggle. Don't go pulling because you might then take some bits away that you don't want to take away. And then with this one, you see at the back, you've got just some little pieces here. So you just want to give those a little wiggle, just take them out of the loop, the little knots on the side, and then we've got one more in there as well. Just take that one away, and then that gives you your topper straight away. And I want this topper to go on the inside of my card. So what I'm going to do is just see where that's going to go on here, and then you can use your die to make sure that you're seeing it. So that looks about where I want it. So I'm going to place that there, and then just put a little bit of tape on each side. Let's take another piece for the bottom. So I'm just going to have that about the same amount each side, one at the top, one at the bottom. Take that one away, and then we can die cut that one out. Now because I've got my Gemini, I'm just literally, in fact we can do it that way, just going to run that through on my junior boards. So just run that through. Because it's the Gemini, it's going to cut through those 2 pieces of cardstock, no problem whatsoever. So once that one's done, that gives us our first aperture, like so. And then we're going to go down to our smaller die. So just going to move that one back in. When you place this on, to make sure your card opens where you want it to open, that's going to go here. So I'm just going to make sure I've got that to where I want to stick it down. So that border all the way around, about there. Then you can come in with your smaller die, and this one will then go on the inside of your card, and then you can create that border. So just like that. Just bring it down a little bit more. You could stick it down if you wanted to. Now it's not going to interrupt with your card. And then once that's done, I haven't got myself some sticky tape. There we go. Just take some tape and we can tape that one down as well. So just holding that in place. Pop that one there. And then I know I've got that in the right place to pop through. And we can do exactly the same again. So I'm going to hang that over my plate edge so I don't, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So I've hung it there so it doesn't interfere with my next one here. That way it doesn't give me a mark on my pad. You could just put it on your Gemini plates and then it would just go through in one. It's just quicker using your smaller plates with the Gemini. So once we've got that one done, that's created our 2 apertures. So this now is giving us this really lovely feature. So we've got this piece and that bit there, so which has created your aperture through there. And then if you just use, and I've used, in fact, I'm going to just switch to this one here, exactly the same, but only because I've got darker cardstock with my scraps that I was doing. I've done the same for the inside as well, so then that will create your aperture. So let's stick all this together. So we've got our inside part. I love topper pads, Ben. I think some people, you can be a little bit sort of frightened of topper pads.
It's funny you should say that, because who was it you said? Someone says, oh, Rose says, I'm really struggling to use this pad. Yes. As I need inspiration. It's almost a bit overwhelming, is it? Because you get so much in it.
It's exactly that. And I think over the years, we're taught to do more than lick and stick, because that's all we ever started with. We started with sort of lick and stick, Blue Peter style things that you could just trim out, plonk on a card, and it was done and it looked nice. But we've now come to a point where we have so many amazing cards with sort of differences that we can do. And I mean amazing cards as in different concept cards and different way we do layouts. And it's having the confidence to know when enough's enough, so you don't put too much overload on it, because that's then when I think your confidence can get really hit, because you look at your card and you think, oh, it's not quite right. And what I would say to that is, if you think that it's missing something, instead of adding more toppers, look at what you could be doing in your background, because it's your background that's really important. So add in nesting dies, add in an extra sentiment, add in sort of strips. So this card was a prime example. When I was doing it, I kept thinking, oh, it needs something else, and then I thought, oh, I know, the buckles and buttons section. That's got extra embellishments, and that's what I say when I'm not kidding when I say I've used it so much, because it has so many bits on there that you can sort of fill in gaps with and have extra embellishments with. So before you even start to layer your toppers, it's nice to have that nice card that actually anything, I mean, look at that card now. It looks so beautiful, doesn't it?
It does.
And you wouldn't think that was from the Vegas collection. No. So just those really lovely ones. And then I was thinking, so this is going to then come on the inside. So that will go on here. So that's coming through from the inside. So it's all starting to take shape. And I would say, Ben, you've got so much in this pad. Take a few out of what you know someone's going to like. So if you know someone's into their cards, take your cards out of there, and then you can sort of have a play around. You might want to put this in the background. This might be able to fit into the background somewhere. Your aeroplane, actually, that could definitely go, you know, let's take it out and see if that will work. I would say just keep trying, but don't stick anything down. Yes. Because then that way you haven't got to worry. I mean, even that in the sort of the sky is just going to look amazing.
Looks really cool.
So let's do the card now. Now, what I am going to use, now I only need one of these, but I actually thought this is what I was saying about when I felt like it needed something more. So I'm only going to use one of these, but I want to show you how beautiful these buckles are, because they really are amazing embellishments to have. And this is just literally, I mean, what, 2% of the actual dies that are on there. There are so many. And I would say if there's anything I would absolutely say to pop in your basket is the buttons and buckles. Because all of those can be used on men-inspired cards to add embellishments, they're almost, it's almost adding that instead of a bow. You don't want to add a bow onto a man's card, do we? I mean, sometimes it warrants that, but we don't always want to put bows and ribbons and things onto masculine cards. But these are just amazing, so it doesn't matter which one you use. And then I've got some offcuts here, and I thought I've just cut a little bit of blue, because there's sort of blue in the bag, there's blue in here. So I'm now just bringing in another colour just to sort of coordinate. And then all we want to do, I'm going to use this little offcut to stick that one down. We're just going to make a little border. So I'm just going to grab my dotty tape pen and literally run that down like so. We don't even need all of this, but I just wanted to make it longer, and then that way we can trim it down. So just 2 strips, they were just offcuts that I had. I'm just going to lay those down. They don't even have to be too straight. Literally just going to place that right down the middle, like so. Again, Just burnish that down and then that will stay where it is. And then you can pick whichever one. That one's too big, so we can pop this one on. I'm trying to think which one I use. So I want to try and put a different one. Oh, I've done them all a little bit. This is a little bit big, so all we need to do is grab the guillotine and I can just take a smidgen off of each side.
Lots of love for this demo coming through, and again I think he struck a chord with people who perhaps a little bit stuck with the topper pad, but certainly lots of people saying they love it. Eleanor says I really like this topper pad too. It's a £5 a day, Eleanor, if you want to grab it. And Pat says I have 2 of these topper pads from the Modern Man collection. Thank you for the inspiration because I was having trouble using them. So there's quite a few people like say you're always like, overwhelmed with choice in them, aren't you really? But
yeah,
I like your idea of sort of sometimes less is more, but you know, if you're thinking of certain elements, then certainly with those bits that you can pop out of the topper pad, just put them in place. Don't commit to the stick, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? Move things around until you're happy with it.
Guillotine doesn't want to cut that bottom piece off, so we'll just trim that one. It's absolutely fine. So just trimming that down. There we go. Yeah, definitely don't stick anything down. In fact, most of my makes, I would not stick anything down. I would just always just try first. So there we go, look at that. You've got your little sliders there. I'm going to, in fact, let's put them on. I've got one already done, so I want to just show you what some of them look like. Just all these little embellishments can make a massive difference with whatever you're putting on. And it is just a case of threading them through and just creating all these beautiful oh, we wanted to go the other way on that one, that's fine. But look at that, I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. Now, what I also want to do, what I've done, should I say, is this piece here. Now, we have got some textured embossing folders on as well. So let me just pop them to the side, pop them bits in the bin. And then I've just used some of that cream cardstock and I've got the luscious leaves because I thought, well, when you're at golf, there's leaves and trees around. So I thought we would just leave it.
Lose your golf ball in the leaves when you're in a bad shot, don't you? In the rough.
I absolutely adore these textured embossing folders. I think they're absolutely brilliant and they just add something a little bit more to your mates. Now, I always, with a 2D embossing folder, I like to add in my metal shim. I just feel like that gives it a little bit more deeper impression and just really makes it stand out. And because we're not adding colour, I just want to keep this neutral in the background because I don't want to take anything away from my topper. So once you've done that, look at that.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I do it that way. There we go. You can really see that. It's just beautiful. So that is going to be, take that off carefully, it's really embedded into there, so pop that to the side. So this one then is going to, I think I've got one that I trimmed up a little bit more, so let me just switch that one. Yeah, I've just trimmed that one. That's going to go down the side here, and then this is the one that I took out. So I love this sentiment. I think it's really cool.
Let's party.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. So I actually was thinking, so we needed something on there, and then I was like, it looks a little bit bare, and that's when I thought, well, actually, putting one of these on and a strip underneath. Can you see how it's starting to bring everything together? So all we're going to do is literally place this down here. So let's glue this one on. Quite like the deboss side of that. That's really cool, that is. I like that. But we're going to use the emboss side because I've already put glue on it now. So we're literally just going to place that at the edge, like so. There we go. And then this is going to literally go down the side from top to bottom. So, and then I'm going to trim that once it's in place. So just take runner all the way down.
I'll show you those embossing folders after this demo. That you get 7 for, I think it's about 12 quid.
What?
Yeah, you get all 7 for, that's before your discount as well.
Wow, that's amazing. All 7 for £12.
I think it is. I hope it is. Now I've said it.
That doesn't sound right. But we have been doing some amazing deals.
7 for 12 or 7 for $18, and that's before your discount. So it's, I mean, it's way better than half price, isn't it?
Wow. That's amazing. And they look so good, even just the smallest embellishment in the background just makes them look really cool. So once we've done that, this then is going to go onto here. So we're going to have that one just like so. So let's pop that on. I've already put some foam pads on the top there. So just taking all of those off like so. And then that will just sit onto there. Like that. And this, oh no, I have glued that down. I thought I'd let that slide, but you could, if you wanted to have that slide in. And then I've got a little sentiment as well. So this is, again, this is from your toppers. So keeping it nice and simple. We've used literally 3 of the toppers out of that pad, and you have loads.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna, and again, I'm just coordinating the colours. So that's why I brought the craft card into it. I thought this would be good because of the bag. And actually that aeroplane I think is gonna work, but we'll put that on the inside, I think. So let's just stick that one in like so. So that's going to be on there, and then I'm just going to make sure I'm going to put actually a little bit of wet glue on this one, just so when I close it I know I can wiggle it about to put it in the place I need it. So it's just a case of a little bit of tacky glue onto there. Just going to, because that's onto paper more than cardstock.
Yeah.
I'm just going to smudge that in, and then I just want to make sure we place that just coming out.
I think this is my favourite make of the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And just shows you how designer looking you can make your paper pads.
Absolutely.
And there we go. That's our card done with no added embellishments. It's just using those beautiful papers, having that let's party and happy birthday. There we go.
Lots of love for these coming through. Thank you for all the comments. Don't forget, I will be announcing our 2 winners in just a few moments' time because we've got some prizes to give away. Tricia Plaster says, I got the topper pad. I've already used it for a friend's child who loves basketball. That's obviously featured in there. And Stephanie Theodore says, Debbie is getting some mileage with that dye today. Fantastic. But just a great way, again, isn't it, to use your nesting dies in perhaps a slightly different way to how you would normally. Stacey says, great tips. Thank you, Debbie. And Pat says, I love the design of this card. Thank you for the inspiration and the motivation to use this set more. Lynn Harvey says, I'm a big fan of embossing folders. Well, get ready, Lynn, because I've got a deal for you in a second. I'm a big fan of embossing folders. Don't know why I said it like that. I do like how they change a plain piece of card and make it more elegant. Yeah, with one run through your machine, all of a sudden, plain piece of card, you've got something which looks spectacular. And Rose says, I'm definitely going to be using this layout, just the inspiration I needed with this topper pad, just sitting idle on my craft desk. Yeah, I think it's something like that. It was a great project, and I think, you know, once you've seen something like that and then got it in your mind, you know, you can of course recreate Debbie's project. Then I think it sort of sets the wheels in motion, and then you'll be creating amazing projects before you know it. But yes, before we go, before I announce our winners, let's look at this set of textured embossing folders. £9 blooming 60 for all of these if you're a platinum member, or $14.40. Lynn, if you love your embossing folders, this is the deal for you.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. So these are 2D embossing folders, 5x7, but look at all the different designs that you are going to be getting, right? So you've got your cable knit, which again, I think will work in very, very nicely with your Modern Man collection. You're also going to be getting the beautiful feathers. The one which Debbie used is this one here, which is those, oh yeah, the luscious leaves. There you go. So again, but you could tie that in, couldn't you, with your amazing flamingos or your any tropical collections that you've got. Then you've got in the set number 4, which is your leopard print. So again, I'm thinking things like your Wild at Heart collection, you could use that with. You've got this lovely embossing folder, which is called your spinner yarn. It could be spaghetti though, couldn't it? It could be spaghetti.
Is that what it's called? Spaghetti arms?
Spinner yarn, not spaghetti arms.
I thought you said spaghetti. I thought you said spaghetti arms.
I prefer that. This is the embossing folder called Spaghetti Arms.
That's honestly what I thought know what you said. That's another toy you used to have, Betty Spaghetti. Do you remember that? Betty Spaghetti.
What was that?
It was dolls that had all Betty Spaghetti hair. They had all this hair that looked like spaghetti.
Spin a yarn if you're looking for that one, not spaghetti arms. You've then got, I've got to hurry up here, you've then got this this one here, which it's got no name, but that's like your sort of like steel floor, yeah, metallic sort of plating, isn't it? And then you've also got this one here, which is your studded leather. All of those, 7-piece selection for £9.60 or $14.40. Incredible, incredible value. Shop the show for those. I have got 2 sets of goodies to give away. So obviously it is Remembrance Day, Veterans Day today. So 2 winners will be winning here. This set of stamps, which is those poppies, and then you've got the dies in the poppy form as well. So if I call your name out now, you need to message CTV Prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk, and our 2 winners in this show. Congratulations to Kirsty D, and congratulations to Linda Knoll. Linda Knoll, Kirsty D, message us here please, CTV Prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we will get your prizes sent out to you. What a fantastic show. Really, really enjoyed that. Lots of lovely comments coming through from you guys. Thank you for all the interaction. Hopefully we've helped you on that masculine makes front. And Debbie's back with us later on for a craft along, and we're going to be looking at scrapbooking. Is this the project?
This is the project,
wow.
Yeah. These are my 2 granddaughters, and yeah, we're going to be making this. I love doing this. I just think it's just beautiful, yeah. And I've done it so you can use it for an 8x8 or a 12x12, depending on what size scrapbooks you like doing it in.
So that's coming up tonight, live at 5. We have got loads of great hints, tips and ideas and great deals for you in that show too. But until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.